Hello and welcome to AdaPulse, the community-funded news channel, keeping you up to date with all the news and emerging projects that are in and around the Cardano ecosystem. I know I've been off sick for a week, but I'm back now, and I'm here talking about how blockchain is revolutionizing tokenization. And this is going to be a real beginner's guide. And this is by one of our newer writers, Laura, that's been onboarded to the AdaPulse team. And today we're basically going to discuss what tokenization is, because it's been around for a while, how it works on the blockchain, and all the different use cases for tokenization, as well as specific use cases that are on Cardano. So do stay to the end to get all of that. And do remember to click the like button, hit subscribe, and get the bell button for the notifications. And I am Josh from ATM Stake Pool, your presenter for AdaPulse for today. Let's just crack on with this, shall we? Now, these days, it's pretty well known that data is one of our most valuable assets. And keeping it secure is, it's becoming increasingly important. Now, tokenization is a process that replaces sensitive data with unique identification symbols, known as tokens, that retain all the essential information without compromising the data security. Now, this process has been traditionally used to obscure complex and sensitive information and to securely transfer information. Now, tokenization has become quite an integral part of the digital economy. And according to recent estimates, around 300 million people use tokens as a digital currency. However, that less than 1% of people understand tokenization, and that's, its benefits and its potential use cases. What is tokenization? So at its core, I guess it's a privately issued, special purpose coin-like item of with no intrinsic value. So think of an arcade token or a token you use in the laundrette as such. Now, digital tokenization was first created by Trust Commerce back in 2001. And the idea of that was to protect customer credit card information. Now, Trust Commerce replaced primary account numbers, known as PANs, with a randomized number, so a token, essentially. So when a merchant needed to process a payment, they could reference the token, and Trust Commerce would process the payment on their behalf. And so this got rid of the merchant's need to store the credit card data. And so obviously it massively increased the security of the cardholder's data. Now, think of that. Think of zero knowledge proofs and think of that. It's exactly the same thing. That it was proof that they had the information, but they didn't actually know what the information was. Now, with traditional tokens, they typically have no sort of real value, and they're mainly served to represent or protect underlying data. Now, tokens can be used to obscure complex and sensitive information, such as I just said a minute ago, credit card primary account numbers, but, also social security numbers or even passport numbers. Tokenization versus encryption. Now, tokenization is different from encryption. Now, because encryption is a process that changes sensitive data mathematically, but its original format, the original information or data is still there. It's just in a new format code. So essentially all you need is the algorithm or the encryption key to sort of decrypt that information and return it to its original format. Think of it on the most basic level as changing letters to numbers, like 1 to 26. All you need to know is that A equals 1, B equals 2, and there you have all the information there. So tokens, on the other hand, can't be reversed because there is no code there that links it to the original data. Instead, what a token is doing is it works as a replacement for the original data. And so any tokenization is technically a form of encryption, but it can't be decrypted. Because if you think about it, the purpose of encryption is to modify and store sensitive data. The purpose of tokenization is to protect sensitive data, and tokenization is therefore a form of encryption. What is tokenization on the blockchain? So with the blockchain, it's slightly different. So a token digitally represents a unit of value. So any digital or physical asset can be mapped and transferred along with the ownership rights on the blockchain. So essentially, we're creating a bridge between the real and digital world. So think of it, imagine I'm a famous artist, I make a painting, sell it on, but along with it goes an NFT that's that authenticates that it's a painting from me because you've got the policy ID. So I've created a token there that authenticates the art that I've created. Now, in a technical sense, a crypto token is essentially just a small piece of software code or even a smart contract that represents real value and stores it digitally on a blockchain. Now, the World Economic Forum estimates that 10% of global GDP will be stored on the blockchain in 2027. So that's representing approximately, just under $10 trillion. So even if it takes way longer than that, it's pretty damn obvious that the tokenization will fundamentally change ownership and transfer of assets. So what is so special about tokenization on blockchains? Now, tokenization on blockchains has produced two major sort of innovations, if you like, which have set the stage for tokenization. I mean, firstly, it prevents double spending because it's securing and storing tokens on the blockchain. And that enables a sort of crypto token to be uniquely assigned to its owner, enabling digital ownership, kind of for the first time in computer age, because it's not a copy, it's just moved. But secondly, it's enabling distributed trust by creating consensus mechanisms that allows sort of crypto assets to be exchanged securely via sort of peer-to-peer transactions, even within like an untrusted environment, making central actors like banks or exchanges sort of obsolete, if you like. Non-currency tokenization use cases. Now, the most obvious use of a token is like a sort of digital private currency, right? However, you've got to remember that's only one actual use. Tokens can be programmed to serve sort of a lot of different functions, and most of which people aren't aware of. I mean, think of how the internet started. Email was the thing that started the internet. But actually, as we grew, we realized email is email is kind of obsolete now. It's not really used, as much as all the other things that come with the internet. So, going to go through 9 non-currency sort of token use cases. So here we go. Firstly, resources. Blockchain technology can be used to track the ownership and transfer of resources such as energy, water, and other commodities. Tokenization can facilitate the transfer of ownership and management of these resources, making it easier for individuals and organizations to track and trade these resources. Number 2, we have asset. Tokenization can be used to represent assets such as real estate, art, and intellectual property on the blockchain. This allows for fractional ownership of these assets, making it easier for individuals to invest in assets that were previously inaccessible. 3, access. Blockchain-based tokens can be used to control access to digital and physical resources. So, for example, a token could be used to grant access to a specific computer network or physical facility, such as co-working space or rental car. 4, equity. Blockchain-based tokens can represent ownership in a company, allowing individuals to invest in and participate in the governance of the company. This can increase transparency and decentralization in the management of the company. 5, voting. Blockchain technology can be used to facilitate secure and transparent voting systems. Tokenization can represent a vote and allow for decentralized decision-making. 6, collectible. Blockchain-based tokens can represent unique items such as collectibles, rare items, and digital assets. And this can increase the transparency and security of the ownership and transfer of these items. 7, you have identity. Blockchain technology can be used to create secure and tamper-proof digital identities. Tokenization can represent an individual's identity, allowing for secure and decentralized identity management. 8, attestation. Blockchain-based tokens can be used to represent attested qualifications and achievements, such as educational degrees or professional certifications. And this can increase the transparency and security of these credentials. Then lastly, at number 9, we have utility. Blockchain-based tokens can be used to represent access to a utility or service, such as a cloud storage or internet service. This allows for a more decentralized and transparent management of these services. Why should you focus on non-currency tokenization use cases? See, focusing on non-currency tokenization use cases can offer several benefits, such as increased efficiency, reduced cost, improved security, and also there's, kind of new business ideas out there. And on top of that, it can enable the creation of new types of assets and improve accessibility of various resources. Tokenization use cases on the Cardano blockchain. Now, there's 4 main use cases for tokenization on the Cardano blockchain at the moment. So we'll go through them now. Firstly, the most obvious one, NFTs. Cardano can be used to create non-fungible tokens, NFTs, which are unique digital assets that can represent anything from art to virtual real estate. 2, decentralized finance. Cardano can be used to create decentralized finance, known as DeFi, applications such as lending platforms and decentralized exchanges. 3, we have identity. Cardano can be used to create digital identities that are secure and can be used to verify a user's, identity, obviously. Then lastly, we have gaming, which is quite a new thing. Cardano can be used to create in-game assets that are unique and can be traded between players. Conclusion. Now, tokenization is obviously a massively powerful tool that can be used in a load of different industries to increase efficiency, transparency, and security. So while many people associate tokenization with cryptocurrencies, there's a load of non-currency use cases that are worth exploring. So the use cases for tokenizations are only limited by our own minds and our own imagination. And as blockchain technology continues to evolve, you could obviously expect to see even more sort of innovative applications of tokenization in the years to come. So we'll have to wait and see for that. So that brings us to the end of the article for today. So do remember to click the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button for the notifications. And do share far and wide. Remember, we're an educational platform. We do want to reach as many people as possible. But that's it. I'm Josh from ATM Stake Pool, your presenter for AdaPulse for today. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.